you go to a store and buy people just to talk to them.
Yeah, because they be knowing.
You total body cleanse. What do you run at?
It just cleans your gut, really. And
Bro, make sure you, whatever you...
Oh, no, it's not a laxative. I asked.
Okay.
I was like, is that a laxative? And he's like, nah, the laxative's over there. I was like, all right, bet.
All right,
I feel better, though. I feel lighter. You know what I'm saying? I got most of it out. But it's a very fun experience.
Oh, fun.
I wouldn't say fun, but when you're done, when everything is done, you look back at yourself like, man, I had that, all that was like...
Oh, well, yeah, making me want to do it now.
Bro, it sound like EDM in the back.
Yo, you still got some? You got some,
I got some in the car. You want to take some? But you got to take it once a day.
Why you acting like they mollies?
Take it in the morning. But no, I think I took a laxative.
I just take half.
I took the detox pills, 3 of those, and it gave me a drink, a laxative drink. I drank the whole thing. I ran 4 miles.
Did it taste horrible?
It didn't taste bad. It just had a strong taste. You ever had creatine, like a pre-workout?
Yeah.
And it was like, you can't just swallow it back.
Yeah.
You can't just throw it back. You got to sip it, but it's not a bad taste.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of...
Yo, who in the chat?
Low-key pungent.
Okay, all right. Getting real descriptive with the adjectives. All right, say less. Yeah. Slap me some.
I got my hair up today.
It was good, Don.
Nice and stronger.
Yeah, it must be
shoulders looking bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like you shit out all the face juice.
Shit it out. Just straight water, too. Like, I look down in there.
It's good,
Don.
Don.
Like I just put food colors in there.
You know what's crazy? Why I say you don't do it? Because you do these crazy diets. You know, you're on like an all meat diet. Oh, you just don't need to do it.
No. I've never had any like constipation issues though.
No, but your diet is not normal.
Yeah, your diet's not normal.
Oh, I've been eating normal though for the past couple weeks, low key.
But
that's long enough.
Only do it if you're gonna like completely change what you put it in. So it's like once you get everything out, now you gotta start putting good in.
Oh yeah, facts. I was gonna say because you know sometimes when like let's say you eat some bad salmon or you have a laxative and you gotta take like 60
wager
that day, right?
Yeah.
On next
day. Use toilet paper no more. Of course you can. It's just your ass is like.
And what is it, 2s or 3s?
Like I wipe up, my hand come up with the toilet paper though. Stuck in the cheeks.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
You get stuck in the cheeks. So you never had the toilet paper get stuck in your cheeks?
Sometimes you get stuck in your cheeks, man.
Oh, I thought you meant like you like went out there and your
on 2s or 3s, broski.
No, it happens too.
That means you got that one plot. How is it getting stuck in your cheeks, man?
Oh, I thought you meant like you like went up there and your finger went through the toilet paper.
No, it happens too.
That means you got that one ply toilet paper. That's not it.
That means you need to go back and like
you're struggling.
Fold your shit like 7 times.
I kind of fold
1v1.
You get like a thick layer.
On which court? Because most of them 1v1 courts be low-key delayed.
2 if I have thick Charmin. But if I don't trust the toilet paper, I'll do 3. If I'm in a public bathroom, I'm doing 5. No cap.
I was in the public bathroom. I just don't care. Whatever makes me feel comfortable in the public bathroom, that's what I'm going.
I mean, it depends on the quality of the shit. If it's a dry shit, you don't gotta use too much.
Oh no.
Shit, then you gotta clean up the areas.
I hate from the 1v1 court sit apart though.
Yeah, but we don't have huggers. You gotta double up and just do it extra white.
If the stage wasn't so packed that the 1v1 court we could do it out, but I don't know. The ones at the park, thing be delayed.
It do, but this one wasn't as bad. I did a different one. I'm talking about, but I didn't change my diet. I still getting all that BS. So I'm talking about, I'm just there it's all day. I can't control it. And when it comes, it's like EDM. Yeah,
I don't even know if I got anybody on right now. Anyway, either though.
You ever seen that movie Flush?
We'll probably be able to do it another day though.
I feel bad for whoever creature living my toilet stream because I was wetting it up today.
You know, so I had like gut issue when I was a little teeny bopper, and I was trying to figure out what it was, and I realized that I think it was a parasite, but I wasn't sure, and I didn't realize how common that was because you just get those sometimes from like where you eat or like if you go to another place and you travel, like you'll catch them, right?
Like a monster inside me?
Yeah, and it just lives inside you till you do something about it. That's so crazy. So I started doing some research. I watched some TED Talk about your gut microbiome.
I ain't gonna cap to you. That's free money for you.
Like it controls all types of stuff like your mood, metabolism. So me trying to lose weight, I'm like, let me get my gut in order. So I started doing these cleanses, but Amazon kept bamboozling me. Because, like, the description would be, like, they convince you, like, they'll get the job done. And then when you get it and you read the label, like, it says something else on it. It's not as, like, convincing once you see it in person. So I stopped doing those. I can't buy mine.
My today was pretty mild. I already started cleaning it out, but the first one I did, my butt was hurting. I had to stop taking it because every time I went, it was painful. My butt was sore.
That's happened to me before, bro. Where like you took so many that like your ass just hurt.
That really happened to me like over the weekend.
What did
You took a laxative?
No, I don't know why, but when I wake up early in the morning, it's almost like I have this morning sickness, and I get like the bubble guts, and I just have to like.
Oh, do you remember when? I think it was when you used to live here, bro. And I caught what's that? Food poisoning.
Yeah.
Because I didn't cook my fish properly.
Yeah.
My ass was in so much pain. But the actual
Nah, bro, I'm good, broski. You got it.
I kept using them. I got up that morning. I don't know why. I was up early. Both here and my girl, come on, baby. We were up until like 5 o'clock. No, we were up until like 5 o'clock in the morning the previous night because she was trying to finish a project and I was also working. Yeah. You know, and also street.
Look at this couple, man, working till 5 a.m. together.
And then we turned around and woke up at like 9 o'clock in the morning because we had to go buy a bed frame at Rooms Ago. And my body was not. Like, nigga, what are you doing right now, bro? And I just shat all morning, went to Rooms Ago, started shitting. And as soon as we got out of Rooms Ago, I was walking, I was walking like.
You won't let me unblock nobody else. That's tough.
That's the worst feeling. You ever walk to a furniture store, and you know furniture stores be empty. Yeah. You walk in a furniture store to you and your family, maybe 2 other families, empty this furniture, and you ask them where the bathroom is, you go in there and just incarcerate their bathroom.
I don't care, but they said the bathroom in the back. That's why it hurt. I was like waddling all the way to the back.
Where it's like a burn type, and your drawers get stuck in there, where it gives you like.
It's not my problem. It wasn't stuck in me. It was just like it felt raw down there.
Okay, since we're talking,
that's how those little hard white girls feel.
When you guys use Charmin Soft, like my fingers be going through.
I ain't got GTA downloaded, fam. I had to delete it to get Warzone.
Extra strength. Like if you for whatever reason have to take 3 today, like your ass is done for. So it's like, but there needs to be a balance between extra strong.
How do you wipe?
Soft.
I kind of like get it, and I wrap it between this finger and this finger, and I cut to do a pre-wrap, and I get the toilet paper in there.
Oh no! I just take it like this right here. Fold.
I live with a girl now, so mine's just pretty.
Oh yeah, off the rip, I just wipe now. Unless I lost Huggies, I don't even touch those.
Do y'all stand up and wipe, or you wipe while you sit down? I saw that on Twitter.
I'm not gonna lie, when I was like bigger, I had to stand up. But
I know Detroit. I can't. Why was you like? You like that right there?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to stand up too. I know people say you're supposed to because when you stand up,
sit down. You sit down and wipe.
My whole life I sat down, but there was a point where I got so big that I literally couldn't even reach if I wanted to sit down. So then I had to start standing up and do it. But it's just
you gonna win, fam.
I can't sit down because my dick fall in the water, and then it just like.
What? How did you believe what I said? We were already having such a dumb conversation, and he said something.
Oh no!
He took it serious.
But no.
Can you imagine?
All jokes aside, I just kind of have it over the front.
You go win. It's all right, bro.
But normally I gotta stand up. But they say when you stand up, your cheeks close.
So your dick soft reaches the front of the toilet seat.
You got small toilets, bro.
Or I'm gonna say is you're not big. You're not big. So like it's not like your whole ass is taking up majority of the.
No, he's trying you right now.
He said I'm body size.
Oh, okay.
He said body size.
He said you got a little body.
Yeah.
It's not like you big, so it's not like your whole ass is taking up the toilet seat.
Yeah, you're right. So that only means.
Okay, also.
You're right.
But also, why would you want to put your dick on the toilet seat?
Yeah, that'd be uncomfortable.
Because I don't want to hold it. I just let it dangle over. Just let it sit.
Let it dangle there.
Why would you not just keep it in the toilet?
Because I don't want it wet the whole time. I only got to put it in there when I got to pee.
Why would it be wet the whole time?
Because it's big that big.
Because it just splashes in the water?
I mean, it just kind of, the tip kind of dangles over, depending on how I'm sitting. Sometimes we'll have a good shit where you got to bend over like this.
Oh, yeah.
You go like this.
Yeah.
That's definitely in there. It's wet at that point.
And low-key, like, I had different strategies, man. Not here, man.
I didn't say that. My toilet water pressure a little higher, so you know what I'm saying. But it's still exceptional.
Do you guys?
I am truly.
Do you guys, since we're getting real deep into this, do you guys like put toilet? I realize the strategy. Sometimes when you take a dookie, like it splashes in the water and you feel disgusting when it hits you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, a teacher of mine dropped this gem on me. Don't ask how we had this conversation. But he said just leave toilet paper on the water and it'll soften the impact so the water won't splash. And I was like, Oh, that changed my life, man.
Oh, beat my ass if I start releasing toilet paper.
So you put toilet paper on the seat and in the water?
If I'm in my crib, I don't put it on the seat. But let's say I'm in my crib, you just put it like in the middle. You don't have to lace the whole thing with toilet paper.
Oh.
Just the middle. That's where you get hit. And then boom.
Like a trap.
There's no splash.
What was the long one?
Every time?
No. Only if I think it's gonna splash.
How do you know it's gonna splash?
Well, you can tell what kind of shape you're about to have.
That be deceiving sometimes.
Yeah, but Drake's not here.
Well, okay, so
gonna be
I know when I have a wet one though. I know the wet ones.
What I eat keto most of the time, so I don't have like long solid ones unless I have carbs.
Those are scary.
Low key, they're scary because you don't know how long it's gonna be before it pop out.
I'll be looking at those like they be like.
Do you have like that friend that takes photos?
These nigga went to 26. That's tough.
This is a weird thing.
None of us have that.
I'm not gonna say I have a friend.
If you have a friend, that means that I might have that same.
But it's a website that has it.
What?
It's called Shit My Pick or Picking My Shit. It's a website of just shit pics.
John, why do you know?
Are you logged on?
It was a random conversation one time. It's like, you know, you have you could post your shit. You can have the shit of the week. So like the biggest shit, and it's like shit that go around the rim. Like
what's the prize for having the Duke of the
I'm
year?
gonna say, your life is pointless.
If you're a competitive shitter.
If you compete with other people to take shits, so on a random forum, you can have the shit.
Let me see if it's still up. It might be. Okay. Let me see.
Hey, let's dive even deeper into this very interesting topic. Hey, what's the thing that you eat where like your body doesn't process it and you can see it once you let go of it? Pork, yeah. Like my body wouldn't even try and digest that shit.
That's just most.
Oh, that's most people? I thought that was unique. Special shit.
Yo, what up, guys? You listen to one of the Legend of Winning, aka Low. On my left, I have my co-host, Agent Zero.
Aody diddly do.
Behind this camera, we got producer John.
It's real. It's called Share My Shit. ShareMyShit.com. You got a man. Oh, this is bad. Why are you looking at him? He's on you. He's an updated daily.
So he's not one of them old forums? Like, not it's like recent?
What's 621? Oh, see, this is fresh one. They put it on the table. So it's a trophy. Okay, here you go.
Alright, stop. I'm throwing your phone.
I'm joking. It's a website called Share My Shit. And you can post pics. This is a big one right here. You gotta see this one.
That was a big one, low key, bro.
Hey, look at this one. This one like rings around the toilet seat. Like these are massive.
God.
These are massive.
Oh, wow.
When I see stuff like that, I'll be thinking like, man, you ever had that constipation where you're praying to get out and you hold your breath, so like you can't breathe while you push it? I'm like, what is pregnancy like? Like little white girls on black wall. You know that drill?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
That's all my audio people out here. All audio platforms, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, audio podcast, continue to rate us a 5-star. Shout out to my YouTube people as well. Rocking with us strong. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can join the gang. And also, the links in the description as well too, so you can see our Twitch channel, chopping all this stuff up. Now you about to have a 10-minute segment of us talking about it. So, you're going to go check that out, exclusive content over there. And also, more exclusive content as well, down in the description below on Patreon to support us. Down with all of the other people, word of mouth on all the platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. We got our own personal TikTok. Big shit, my boy. Big. But yeah, man. Well,
Plenty of ways to consume the podcast, man. And we got a Patreon, patreon.com.
You gotta talk about the Illuminati today.
Oh, yeah. We can get into that, bro. We keep trying to talk about it, but we don't get to it till 2 hours.
One thing, though, for gaming, I I was playing Smash Bros with my brother. So
Okay.
y'all want to smoke? Me and Kirby.
Black Kirby, yo,
I gonna whoop that ass.
damn, John, that's the least skilled player in the whole game.
Yeah,
You know how I know that? Because the lead user, man. I know what you do. You go, ha, hey, with your up B, and you spam hammers. I know all Kirby players.
Nah, I hit you with that
Spam
hammer.
hammers, and you spam survive.
No, I don't. What's that? What's survival?
Once he flies up with the sword.
Oh, that happens occasionally. I don't know how to do that consistently. But I hit you with thunder punches. Luke Kang, you know what I'm saying? Hit you with that hammer, and I take your power and use it against you. I'm learning how to use it. Or I can use Yoshi. You know what I'm saying?
I think with you. I'll shit on you, John. I put 5 million on it.
5 million?
5 million goddamn.
Change my life with that. You go downstairs and play. Get 5 million, low. You hear that?
Yeah, you can change your life one way or another. You can get 5 million.
It's so much debt.
It's gonna be so much debt. So much debt.
But there goes
I like
gaming.
it.
You still have it down there, though?
I have it, yeah.
Okay.
On TikTok.
Oh, on TikTok.
Oh, he's on YouTube. No.
I was like, God damn.
Yeah,
Man, let's talk about the Illuminati, man. This is a secret society of very exclusive, wealthy, or powerful individuals that allegedly it changes this world. They have like they have demonic undertones too, right?
That's what I get sometimes.
do you believe that it exists?
No.
Yes.
I believe it exists.
Like, it has to.
Why does it have to? Why does it have to?
Because, like, the idea of that is just not the idea. It comes back.
Okay, you give me your reasoning. Okay, that made no sense.
It goes back from centuries. Like, you think we're getting ideas from about society that you learn about it in history.
Be specific. Like what? What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying? History just repeats itself. History just repeats itself. It just changed the name. It just evolved and adapts. Like, you know, fish used to be in the water, then it came to land, then it became one group, then it became us. Evolution. But do you believe evolution? Do you believe that? Do you believe it? I don't know if it's real or not.
Oh, John, wait, flip the camera you real quick. What's that?
Third eye.
Your third eye is open.
That's his third eye,
Yeah,
man.
my third eye. I see through y'all. I see your atoms. I see every molecule that you're made of right now. My third eye.
What do you mean by history repeats itself?
You wearing a hat right now, so that's why
You can't see.
you wearing that
Oh, I'm
hat.
covering my third eye.
You covering your chakras.
What if
right
I
now.
did like this right here?
You gonna give it up?
Nah, it's like a blindfold.
You gonna damage your cornea.
Yeah, nah.
You gonna damage your cornea or your retina. Your retina.
You almost got an Illuminati logo on your hat.
Look at you. What you trying to say? That's your brand, ain't it?
Wow.
This is Rapper's Uprising shit.
Uprising. Okay.
See, this is what you don't get.
He's trolling. He's trolling. You're being
Like
dead
they
ass.
said,
Hey.
the evolution.
Wait.
With
You're not being
raptors.
dead ass. You're just trolling.
No, the evolution with raptors or the dinosaurs.
Well,
How they uprose the same way that us black people had to uprise with slavery.
Exactly.
See, we evolved like the raptors did.
But it's all the same thing because you gotta think about it like this, man.
you know many people have been enslaved in human history.
It's exactly. It repeats itself. Like next year it might be, or next generation, or next lifetime, maybe a whole nother group going through the same thing. You may be able to talk.
We already enslaved right now.
We slaves.
We already enslaved right
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, he's trolling. Stop trolling. Just take the conversation.
Because they make you go home.
Shout out to the two in the chat.
Like right now, they make you go. They program you to come home. When you're done working, where do you go? Home. You're enslaved.
I didn't even. You also correct me one thing. I
Say I'm no trolling.
No.
On my iPhone, I just realized like when I start driving in a direction, it immediately says like, "Oh, you're trying to go home. Here's the direction to go home."
Oh, technology. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
But
it wasn't
technology
on my Android.
is enslaving you. Like you're a slave.
It's telling you right back to that clock.
Exactly. You know how your GPS saves home. He knows you're gonna go there.
We'd have to be the wealthiest slaves of all time.
And
all time.
all slaves were broke.
Real.
Back then,
So you're not trolling.
No, because honestly,
He's controlling 100%.
no, he's not even. His eyes are open. He actually double-fied his eyes because he had his
Unless y'all all don't believe it's real.
No.
Hold on, we have to turn Jay-Z around. I don't know if Jay-Z is like I almost thought he put the look at one eye open. Other eye stays open. He has one eye. There will be open, John. One's in the shadows. One eye.
Okay.
It's there, but it's not.
Why do you think it's real?
Oh my gosh, Lo, you're speaking to. It's there, but it's not there.
The reason why is because I know for a fact there's just things that just happen in this world that like I'm not like when people sit there and say like I'm you know putting all this effort into like politics and president and stuff like that, like those like people in political offices, even those with the answers, it's not an everyday man. So those people answer to someone because they're benefiting from it financially, and then that person's also benefiting from someone else. And
We're having a different combo.
Has Trump even broke the news anymore? I haven't heard nothing about him. They're done with him. They used him for what they needed.
He's still talking about it.
I don't hear him
not
anymore.
president no more. So he said this year that he watched Fox 5. You don't watch the news.
But that's what they want me to do. I watch
You don't watch CNN.
They try to feed me.
No one's saying there isn't groups of powerful people, though. I'm saying the Illuminati doesn't exist.
They do. It's groups of powerful people that we know.
That has a lot of control over what happens.
We don't know if it's demonic or Christian. We don't know what type they are.
How about this? If you remove the demonic portion out of the equation,
There's just rich, powerful people that exist. And they associate with each other. Rich, powerful people not going to associate with a civilian.
I know, but the point is that they do things that solely not only benefit them, but also more than likely become at the detriment of thousands of people.
They don't care.
What do you mean?
They don't care.
These people, they're not the whole point of Illuminati is secret society. They don't hide this shit. You can see.
They do.
You could see Putin do what he does.
If they
It's not a problem. You can see. You can. Even like that. I would be on. Why would he's a puppet? The one of the people that control him. Exactly. You don't know them.
Those people you don't know because if you
Right, the corporations. What are we talking about? Why are we talking about
They're really dumb. The corporations.
they brainwashed you.
multinational corporations, big pharma, those are the guys who have like, the power to influence legislation. You can make waves with the power that you have. How you get power?
Have you ever
gotta
seen-
position yourself. It's not just money. You got to position yourself in a place to have power. Like, think about guns, for example. Think about lobbying in general. A company could straight up pay a politician. They don't call it bribery. They have a name for it. It's called lobbying. And that lobbying usually results in legislation going one way or the other. And we see big tech companies do it. We see big pharma companies do it because they all want the legislation to favor them and their corporations.
Right.
That's power too. Those are one of the most powerful people in the planet.
Look, tell them, look at my head. Look at my head. See? You see these two eyes. Those are the people you see, the corporation. This third eye you don't see. But it's there. But you don't see it, but it's there.
It's there.
So they put this stuff in place for you to see. But you ever see movies where they have ghost recons, they got special forces and stuff that's super classified that we don't even know about.
Exactly.
And people that are people that are making movies that are considered dead. What if Chris Columbus is still walking?
Not Illuminati. That's called special ops, John. They can't know you're alive. Because
Why would they allow it to be public knowledge of the people who are making massive changes and shifts in the world and how these
Exactly. If they can hide that from us, they can hide a lot of stuff from us.
I watched the video yesterday.
the government alone is made multiple
I'm not
And then who you think
we're debating the wrong thing right now, though. We know there's people with power. We know the governments have hit things in the past, right? That's to me the case. I'm saying, like, we're not having the same conversation. I'm talking about a secret society nobody knows about that you get inducted into, whether it's devilish or not, and make decisions. I'm arguing that doesn't exist. I'm not saying people with power don't exist that congregate together to make moves in the world. Of course they exist. They speak shit out of the road 24/7 because they can, and you would too if you could. Most of the time.
I think it does. It has to. There's no way that it doesn't exist because it's probably very hard to get into it. It's probably just the top 10%. So it gotta be.
What? It can't be 10%.
Not 10%.
It has to be the top 1% of the top 1% of the top 1% of the top 1%.
But it has to be very small amount of people that have exceptionally a lot of money. Like, I'm talking about so much money they can buy.
So I'm just gonna float something. Is Elon? Y'all think Elon Musk is?
I feel like he's a pawn because he's too much in the open light. He's talking a lot. There's so much stuff he can't say or do. I feel like somebody's controlling him.
Did Elon step down?
Elon did step down. Jeff Bezos did.
And
And
Bill
the
Gates
reason
did.
Jeff Bezos did
And Bill Gates
is crazy. Yeah, Bill Gates did too. The reason Jeff Bezos stepped down.
Your third eye didn't even open.
Why do you think he stepped down?
Yeah, why you said
It's
that?
not a matter of why. He wants to go to space, so that's his focus.
Why he want to leave Earth so
He
bad?
has a space company.
Why they want to leave Earth so bad? Why Elon Musk trying to get shuttles to go up there? Why the tickets are so expensive? Why can't the average person afford to go to the moon just to visit? Why is it so expensive? Why can't we go? Why?
Seriously.
Why can the average? Why
So
they
Elon
trying
Musk-
to advance space exploration so bad? Is the Earth gonna die or something that we don't know about?
Yes, no, we all know about it. It's called climate change.
Elon Musk is stepping down because he's trying to go to space.
No. Elon Musk has SpaceX. Elon Musk is running multiple businesses. He's not going nowhere. Jeff Bezos stepped down.
I mean, Jeff Bezos stepped down because.
Well, think about Jeff Bezos. He dominated every industry he stepped his foot in. He's bored of this planet. I want to go see what the fuck is up elsewhere too.
You're bored. There's so much to do. You're bored. Where you?
So why did Bill Gates?
Wait. So what?
Listen, I'm not friends with these people. I don't know them. I'm just theorizing. But I just know Jeff Bezos has a space company.
Why would two people of that caliber of wealth
Tell
and
him,
power
bro.
step down in the public light with those
Okay.
people?
Why would you stop doing YouTube videos after doing it for 20 years, 30 years? You want to do something else. You've made it to the max on what you can do in that field.
Okay, that's a good point.
At a certain point, you have so many billions, you become the richest person on earth.
No.
You don't really need more money. Actually, not really. You just don't need more money. So you want to experience things. You can't continue to experience things if you're a CEO of a Fortune 500 company.
Okay, back to what you said. So he wants to leave Earth and go where? Pluto? Uranus? What's on there? They're gaseous planets. What's there for?
Mars, dog. They can't make it to Pluto.
Okay, but why do you want to go to Mars?
I want to go to Mars, John.
And do
I
what?
want to go there too. And fucking sit on the sand and be cold, dog. I don't know.
They're gonna go to Mars and make it the new Illuminati world, bro. It's gonna be like.
And then they're gonna let the aliens invade Earth.
It's gonna be the aliens.
They got a pact with the aliens to
This
say
is the worst conversation I've been a part of.
they have a pact with all the
Top
alien
three.
countries. The aliens want our resources. Elon Musk is not negotiating with them, but
So y'all don't believe it's a thing either?
No, I do believe it.
I believe it is real. But think about this. Think about this.
I do. I think
What I'm about to say next is highly likely to be bullshit.
No. Just think about it. See, this is how they get you. They train you to be smart so you don't think this way. The thing is, I'm not smart. I don't think the way they want me to think. That's why I'm gonna beat them. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's mad. They say knowledge is key. Read all these books that they put out. But you can beat. Get me. John, me. Not book it. So, the Illuminati has made arrangements with all foreign or extraterrestrial life. They want Earth.
It's hard to talk to John.
So,
Why do you think they're real?
I think it's kind of getting undeniable that there's a portion of secret society, maybe not as secretive as.
Why is it undeniable? Like, you're not explaining.
Because there are things that happen, and the people who are public figures in the space, they don't have no say, so they're just being told what to do. Label as lobbyists or whatever, but they don't really have a say so with it. Matter of fact, many politicians over the years have made drastic shifts in their beliefs, largely because they just get paid a certain amount of money.
Okay, so how about, like, let me give you an example. Kim Jong-un. Like, there's no checks and balances in that country. You can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So, would he be an example of somebody that fits the criteria? Okay, so how about, like, let me give you an example. Kim Jong-un. Like, there's no checks and balances in that country. You can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So, will he be an example of somebody that fits the criteria to be in some secret society? No. He runs a whole country. Like, and there's no one that can check it. He can just kill whoever he wants. There's actually no law that apply.
He's visible and hittable. The people that we're talking about, you will never see. You will never know of. That's why it's the way it is. And if it was that easy to find the Illuminati or eventually, I don't know how to say the word, but separate,
Divide?
what? Eventuate? What's the word?
Eviscerate?
No. Different? Diversity.
Diversify?
No.
Divide?
No. When you separate something, you differentiate it. You divide it. No, like tell the difference between. What's the word?
Differentiate.
Yeah, differentiate. Differentiate the two. You know, so if the Illuminati was in plain sight, if the Illuminati was in plain sight, it wouldn't be Illuminati. It would be people that we don't know.
No, but they could. But that's the thing, though. They literally could be in, but you don't know it now.
They could have contracts that they sign if they
What?
And if they
Any legal legality doesn't apply to these
the
people.
Illuminati can see you say, hey, you're very influential, you have a powerful impact, we want you to do this. We'll give you a place or some type of power for your return or cooperation. So we're gonna tell you what to do. You tell your fans this, you put this in your music, you tell them do this, you tell them do that. But if you go off and try to expose us, you know how people say stuff and say stuff, I'm about to die soon, I messed up, I told somebody, they end up just going missing or dying. They say drugs or something.
It sounds like the mafia.
That's bad luck, John.
You
say that all the time and don't actually die.
You know, there's an MTV show like that.
But there's some people that don't die, but some people who.
There's a legit mafia MTV show.
Name somebody that called the Illuminati out and said that it was real, that they're doing this, and it's still super successful. Or he didn't create it from it. Right. That it was real, that they're doing this, and it's still super successful. Or he didn't create it from it. Right. But you think he's a con though? You believe everything he's saying?
What is Illuminati?
How does everybody here become a
But do you believe everything he's saying?
I don't agree with a lot of things he's saying. He's just entertaining, so I've been watching
So he's telling you the truth, but you think it's entertainment. That's what he wants to
listen. What is Illuminati is king of the Illuminati?
That'd be crazy.
That's what they
realize the name.
King So.
But it's like one of those things. If people do break it down, you go on YouTube, you got people all crazy.
Why is it so funny? Those I ain't gonna lie. Those people are because they're just like literally like there'll be an endless amount of pictures of Lil Wayne, but they'll pick the one picture where they're like, oh yeah, this right here is what.
I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about conspiracy theories.
Why is it so fun for people to want to believe that like there's just all this like secret shit going on? And you know what reality is? It's like there is plenty of secret stuff going on.
A lot.
If the government found out, like when the Corona first started, if they found out like the death rate was like 60%, they're not telling us that shit off the rip.
Think about all the secrets you hide from the
All
world.
the panic they would create by telling us there was an Ebola level disease that just transmits way better. They're not doing that. They keep plenty of secrets, man. They have plenty of classified forces.
They knew about like potential terrorist threat.
Oh, and they didn't say anything? Okay, so the point I'm making is there's plenty of stuff we don't know about because we decide to keep it secret. I'm sure we could all sit here and reasonably come to the conclusion that China didn't just discover the Rona in goddamn February. We think they knew way well before that. They just silenced the scientists and those guys speak out about it, and then they made the situation go worse.
When you say silence, you mean you talk about this. Remember that dude that put up those tanks, that famous picture? Yeah, they said he was never found.
You got ran over.
He got apprehended. They were apprehended.
Alright, John, if you support the tank and we're working against the best interests of the government in another country, well, missing, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Incarcerated, maybe. You go to jail.
No, I'm missing, because not everybody, like, has a good legal system. I think most countries actually don't have a good legal system. You can just go missing. There's plenty of examples of, like, powerful people doing corrupt stuff, and it just gets swept under the rug, and then the people that might know go missing. But that's not. But I'm saying all of that stuff exists to some extent all around the world. I just don't believe there's a core group of there's a team of people that do this shit. I just think there's powerful people everywhere that can do powerful shit.
It is one of those situations that's so vast and it's so secret. Like we hear so many stories and stuff like that, and
niggas say it's so vast, it's so secret. I guess we'll never know.
Hey, it's just like
in this conversation, on that note, is a wild thing to end on. Man, it's just so vast, it's so secret. Man, you'll just never really be able to grasp it.
It's so vast. It could be 3 people, it could be 100 people, it could be 1,000 people. Like we don't know, but it's like one of those things that we'll never know. And
This is the worst conversation I've been a part of.
I legit in the conversation like that. It's just too wild.
We left with zero conclusions.
It's real. That's okay. It's 2-1.
Alright, I guess it's real. Hopefully they don't kill us.
They're not gonna kill us because apparently nobody believes us. We just goofy.
Y'all want the majority here?
We did, but you think we're trolling.
Yeah,
probably think
he was joking about a third eye.
Yo, she got 3 women for the summer. That it, he wasn't allowing people like me. Shit.
Probably.
Yeah, that shit. I think everybody kind of been holding off on this. I just thought about that. People getting out and stuff like that. I feel like having a whole year in pause of like, and I ain't even talking about just like getting creators to be able to go to like whatever we're doing like behind the show. I'm talking about like creative influence.
Not really. You can't just pull up a band out your ass and just take a minute to phone. What are you talking about? Just like a meeting group?
Yeah.
Well, marketing. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be doing it. Of course. I took an event planning class in uni, and I wanted to check that out good. So I'm not going to do that. But if someone else wants to do it, that's
Also, H3. H3.
Did it again?
Yeah, again, dog.
Oh, because of the debate he had.
Yeah. Or he didn't for this. The debate that he did H3. What's the guy? H3. He's been literally one of the biggest. Well, maybe not right now, but at a point in time, he's been one of the biggest content creators. YouTube, what's it called? His channel called H3. His name is Evil. Who's the conservative?
Right.
Steven Crowder is the guy who made the whole concept of like sit down and change my mind concept. Yeah. Very famous. Apparently they had like a debate set up. Steven is right wing, he did it more left wing. They're gonna sit down, have a debate, converse about their ideas, their ideologies. And as soon as he sat down, he was sitting there trying to have a conversation, and he could bounce and put it in more informed progressive in front of him.
And then he was progressive, I knew he was leftist.
Okay, more informed leftist in front of him, and out of nowhere, like, shit gets people's better. Not only does Steven get upset that, like, I was not dating H3, but then, like, he just started shitting on the leftist whole, left side. He said leftist? No, I'm saying, he said leftist, literally.
It's anyone that has, like, left mind idea.
Oh, leftist. So you didn't left this? I would actually argue I'm probably more positive. You left this?
I'm more like progressive.
Remember the podcast, though.
I was watching the AMP video back.
I was watching you say that. You was like, it's kid. I said,
I was like, yo, fitness. Your fitness is horrible. It's like fitness. I'm like, fitness dick in your mouth.
I was so confused.
That shit on him, man.
And then I think Phantom people went right after that.
And it was like,
infuriated.
Like, yo, you're a Candace? I have Candace coming. Like, Candace? Candace dick for you? He didn't even say shit. He just looked at us.
I didn't see it coming.
That was a good moment. Yeah, that was a good moment.
Oh yeah, so then that dude just started shitting on him because he was like, bro, you had no platform, you ain't build nothing up, you're not as popular as me. That's literally what he was saying.
Said that.
Steven was saying this to the guy. What's the guy's name? But crazy enough, the nigga has 1 million subscribers.
He has 1 million subs and have no platform.
And he's just upset because he has like a bigger platform. Like, why are you doing this right now?
What was the purpose of it? To debate politics?
Politics, but obviously the whole premise of Steven Crowder's like concept is to debate, not only to debate people, but specifically debate people who are like, I don't want to say nobodies, but like they're not well known. So then to then turn around and say like, we got 1 million subscribers, so I can't debate you. You ain't got no platform. Like, people are looking random people every day with a table and just sitting there asking about their political beliefs. And what are we talking about right now?
True.
I don't get it. But yeah, that was the thing. Oh yeah, and then people just shout on Ethan.
Yeah.
I don't know why he did that actually. That was not a.
And that's a weird thing to do.
Very weird behavior. Actually.
Imagine we invited someone on the podcast with Milo and John, and then in our place was like it's the opposite. like you're like, man, god damn. Even if it's done virtually, that's a little dishonest. It got clicks though. I feel like every time H3 does something like this, he gets clicks, man. You know? I'm assuming it happened on his podcast, right?
Yeah.
So his podcast can get more clicks now, man. And his podcasts have been getting so much attention the last like month because of the Trisha drama. Now apparently this.
Oh, let me say this too. Say, hey, shout out to Lowe's, man. You got 2 car accident. I hope everything's okay.
Yeah?
Just tweet, bro.
So it can't be that bad.
Uh-oh. Stop it. Okay. Alright, I get it. Yeah, I don't know why that's like a thing from H. I don't know why he did that. I mean, I get why he did it, but it's also like you wanted to see a good rousing debate, you know? And also you want to like trying to sit there and belittle what that man is up, especially if it's got 1 million subscribers and I don't know how you're making an argument to nobody in this place. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, not even a little bit. But yeah, that was ordinary. Just like, we got all some other shit.
Yeah, I'd be upset from all parties. I'd be upset if I was a fan expecting a debate that didn't happen. I'd be upset if I was the person that got subbed in for not being able to approach this genuinely. I'd be frustrated if I was Steven for not debating the person I was supposed to be debating. I'd be frustrated if I was H3 is the winner in all this.
I'm gonna say H3.
Yeah, because everything got more attention due to that. I don't think he really cares about getting in drama, really, because H3 is a pretty polarizing person. Not like he used to be like well loved like 3-4 years ago across the board. He's turned a little bit more polarized in the last couple of years. So I don't think he really gives a fuck that some new people might not like him. Overall, like more people know about the podcast as a result. Also, what's wrong with just debating people regardless of wherever their platform is or how big it is?
Literally, because that I kind of feel like that's the defeats the purpose of debating.
Yeah, like can you imagine if you only debated people that had a larger platform? But then what if those people felt the same way you do about people with a little smaller platform? Like they wouldn't be debating you.
But not only that, it's like the whole purpose of debating has nothing to do with platform. It's about passing on information.
Yeah, it's about the content. So maybe he felt like he wasn't well versed enough to debate against somebody who like very well informed. That's possible. It also is really just not a good look for his brand. I can see that. There's like, for example, in 2K, there's like some tryhards that get nervous to agree to wagers against other tryhards because they know like the fans react to that seriously. Like if you lose that wager and your brand is your comp player, like people aren't gonna see you like that if you lose enough times. So it takes a while to get that brand back once you lose it. So I could see like from a business sense why he had less interest, but from like also a business sense, you should see how it looks if you're afraid to debate people. Like if you're a comp player in 2K afraid to play another player, you don't actually have to lose to the person. People are going to think that you're afraid to lose, which might just be worse for your brand than anything else.
Especially for someone who just rolls on people and says, I didn't even lose. Only that they're not prepared for anything they're having a conversation about.
They didn't debate nothing?
No, they just like went back and forth each time.
They spent all that. How long was it, do you know?
No. It wasn't really that long. Just like got to it. Ethan said something about like Sparta and like literally the opening statement was about Sparta and Steve was like, I knew it was something like you know like back in the day with Spartans and da 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 da, and then there's literally a random statement, and then Steve was like, see, I knew you were gonna just start talking about random stuff because you know you don't really want to think. And then literally the next time he looked at his screen, there was the other dude. What? He's flabbergasted. What? Also, I've been meaning to tell you about this show on Netflix. It's like criminally underrated, but also tearing out and being like laughing about every single time. It's a show called Marriage or Mortgage, and they sit down.
I'm about to watch it, but they decide if they want to marriage or mortgage at the end of it.
I don't want to ruin it for you, but Those are some of the sickest individuals I've ever seen in my life.
What's the concept of it?
I think like they just go through a season and then they decide like.
Thank you, Asian.
If they want to have a marriage with their partner or a house at the end of it.
It's not a season. It's on an episode.
On an episode.
It's a couple that comes together. There's two ladies. One is a real estate agent. The other one is an event planner. And they basically just pitch the idea. And the couple only has a certain amount of money in their budget to spend.
Well, I haven't even watched it off the fucking dome though. If somebody chooses marriage, they need to talk to a financial advisor ASAP.
How do you think that happens? Out of 10 times, how do you think it happens?
I hope it's 0%.
No.
Unless the house is in the middle of fucking butt nowhere.
No, they're all in areas. Some of these are areas that they actually want to be in.
Wait, so they sell that house to get married?
No. They
could do that.
Yeah, hypothetically speaking, but no, some of these people, they live in an apartment, so they don't really have like a house right now. Right now, let's say me and Terry gonna get married. I only have $30,000, right, to spend, right? Either I'm gonna spend that $30,000 on a house for us, or I'm gonna spend, or as for a down payment, or I'm gonna spend $30,000 on a marriage.
So it's not the full price of a house.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
so they give you the difference?
The difference of what?
For the rest.
No, they don't give you shit. It sounds like.
No, they just give you spend all $30,000 on the wedding, or you spend $30,000 on a down payment.
Each person try to convince you to do their way.
Yep.
It's not that crazy then. Well, actually, it is because one is 30,000 equity, one is 30,000 that disappears
After a day.
But also, if you don't have the money to afford a down payment, let alone the rest of the house.
No, you do. They have the $30,000.
No, but the rest of the house.
Oh yeah.
Payments are gonna have to make for 30 years. If they don't even have the down payment, then they don't need to be worried about like a house. Really, how are they gonna afford to pay it?
What? Have the down payment.
Marcel, you could get the house with a down payment, but you will lose it because you can't afford the mortgage payments.
You can afford the mortgage payment. Everything is within whatever budget was.
So basically, they have the option to get married, have a lavish wedding, or get their dream home.
Average.
It's got lavish. Okay. So you have the choice if you want to have a wedding and leave your wedding, or if you go. Where they go? You still have a home?
Yeah, they just go back to their apartment they live in, or they just live in their parents' houses that they live in.
But on 30,000, like let's say it's 20% of a mortgage, 30,000. That means they're getting a $150,000 credit.
I mean, that's just an example.
No, well, sometimes it's like more closer to 15.
Do they get paid to be on the show? Do the show pay them or give them a budget? Add them an extra 10,000?
But to answer your question, yes, around if it's 30,000.
Yeah, if I'm 30,000 now, it's like around 200. Sometimes you can get like 18%. But yeah, sometimes it's like $200,000.
Yeah, I personally don't like taking like a lot of risks with my investments. So unless I know for a fact I could pay it off, I wouldn't be doing it. But honestly, if I didn't have the down payment money, I'm not certain that I could pay off this home over the course of 3 years anyway. So
you only get married once.
It's equity. Who cares?
You only get married one time though.
No. Half people get divorced, so they get married again.
There's just people on there who got married at the same time.
Man. Well, I mean, your first marriage is your first marriage. You know?
That's so sad to say.
It's your first marriage.
The whole purpose of marriage is like there should not be
another one. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all not even getting to that good part. The good part about it is it's not really good. The premise itself is a solid premise. Like, give me a percentage of how out of 10 people, how many people you think?
I think it depends on the people because sometimes if the women make the decisions in all the relationships, the women are gonna know like you're not dropping 30 bands on a wedding, so they might push him to do a wedding. But the guy might be thinking like this is equity in house. So it depends on what type of guy it is.
I don't know.
If it's like
I want the women should understand that equity in house too.
Not that they shouldn't, but a lot of women grow up like with the dream of being married. I personally didn't. I know a lot of men don't really grow up with like fantasizing about the wedding that they're gonna have. At least not I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying between the genders, I'd say like 35% of people get the wedding.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of how many out of 10?
Yeah.
I say 50 wedding were out.
Hope y'all
low. So more do the wedding.
So what is it? So what is it? It's 8 out of 10?
It's like 8 out of 10.
You could have $30,000 in equity. You could actually turn around, sell the house, and get your money back. right? You can literally get at least some of the money back. Let's say even you get like 22,000 of that money in cash. It's still better than spending 30 bands on a wedding.
So they'll get another house. What's the house they have already?
They don't live in a house right now. That's the reason why they're trying to get a house.
Oh, so they'll have an apartment plus the house? Or they'll
leave the apartment.
Oh, what's the benefit?
You have a house now.
So about, do I get married in an office building? No?
You have a house, you just don't get married.
Oh, so we're not married no more. So
you can go to the courtroom.
Hey, John.
Oh,
let's say you live in an apartment.
Right.
They give you an option to have a marriage or to get a crib.
Okay, I get it now. I thought it was a one or done. Like either you get a house and you don't get married.
Oh no, you still technically can get married. You can just go to the courthouse.
Oh, it's not gonna be extravagant.
Yeah, no, it ain't gonna be extravagant.
So it's really a matter of like,
they're gonna be like a reverend that has like a side hustle job.
Yeah, it could.
Come in and just tell you, kiss each other, put a ring on,
and that's it.
Doing a moldy, almost
literally do it in the backyard, but someone that they want like.
You can have a wedding at your new house.
Yeah, you can actually.
In the backyard of your new crib.
Right. And it'll be a great moment.
Yeah.
It'll be a new crib and first wedding.
Yes.
Yeah. And still 8 out of 10.
But I mean that wedding though.
Now let me explain to you how they do it though.
That beach wedding.
Let me explain to you how
you can have a beach wedding for cheap, can't you?
Or a yacht wedding.
Yeah. My cousin had a beach wedding.
Yeah, I had a beach wedding, low key.
Let me explain to you how they do it though. Now, like for example, you got nothing wrong, right?
Indeed.
Well, that's what I'm like, right? Now, what if I would go to them and be like, yeah, I'm just trying to get married, and also I'm just putting you in the house, but, my family was really pushing family a lot. I just want to make sure I feel a stable environment. But then what's going to happen is the lady's going to put your house a mortgage, and you're like, they'll show you a house.
No.
And this is something he would want you to do is get a house. And that's something he would want you to do.
Oh, they're selling.
So then, when I go to the wedding lady, she like, yeah. So you look the same ring your father had when he married your mom right there? Isn't that it? He would want you to start off with some key. And what's that name? Is that your father's birthday? You agree with that ring? Oh man, this is the moment you're moving on, right? And they do that the entire episode.
But so you go from your father wants you to have a wedding to
and they'll people be like, hey, listen, I feel him inside of me. It's actually worse. Right now, I'm like,
wait,
so me and Pierre laughing all the time. Me and Pierre laughing. One time was it was a family and her father passed away, and the father passed away. She kept all his keepsakes in the house. It was almost like in a shoebox. The house burned down. So there's only like a hand. There's only a couple of things that was savable in the house, right? But someone had fire burns on them and stuff like that. She took those things. I don't know how she got them. She took them and then went into like the house that she was trying to sell to them, and literally framed them and put the burnt recipes of her father. Put them on the counter in the kitchen. Like, didn't your dad would really like this kitchen. He really has a big kitchen right here.
This is not. This is your dad's kitchen.
You know what? You feeling this thing, right? I can feel him.
Did you say that?
Right here. I can feel him really in this area right here where these recipes are at, right? Your father. Are those your father's recipes right there? And me too. I'm like, what are they doing right now?
When I was looking for this house, I just put my hand over the mouse and I told your father to leave when he told me to give me nuts. Right here. Your father had it.
So the objective of the show is not like the couples debating. It's like people trying to sell them. So is there a competition between the sellers?
It's really good to sell them. What? But then they'll get done selling and they come back into like a neutral area and they'll sit down and talk about it and be like, all right. Then they'll even go even further, right? So they'll sit there and they'll say, we're over the budget a little bit, but I did some hassling for you, and I was able to get all the things that you wanted under your budget, under $30,000. And that's something your mom would want, huh? Right Hey, grandfather, you want that right there, right?
I wonder what happened
You
after
get
this.
this. So here's the thing that's fucked up. They do all of that. Then they say, you know what? I'll sit down and think about it. They get all emotional, crying and shit. They're like, y'all think about it. Then they go in the back room and they'll go from like, you know, like, oh, ain't that nice? We did that for you, right? We got the house for you in that wedding. Hey, toughest thing you gotta make. Then they'll go to bed and be like, yup, got their ass.
No.
Got him. I got him.
No.
I was able to get that money for them. I was able to get that down payment down for them. Yup.
I wonder how they are 6 months from now. You come back in the house, just like, can you still feel Marcus? No, Marcus. My dad, you told me he was here. Oh yeah, he's still here. He's just upstairs. He's still here. He's still here. I feel him.
It's much worse because every single
That's awful.
It literally happens in every single last couple they talk.
It's the same people that do it too.
It's the same two real estate agent and event planners.
And or women.
Both women.
Illuminati confirmed.
Right? It's funny, but it's also not funny because it's like every single time y'all just talking about somebody.
Are you thinking they're paid actors or they're real people?
No, I think they're real people.
Oh,
It has to be real.
both of those paid actors.
No, I think it's real.
That puts just a lot of real shit.
And they also real people and they play real emotions. And they just sitting there like,
God damn it, yes!
oh, this was the worst one. The wife had fertility problems. So she couldn't stop to get pregnant. So then the real estate agent lady who had everything, you know, mapped up. I want a big tub, got a nice sized kitchen. It's a 3-bedroom. Walk to the master, walk to the second bedroom. We got to the third guest bedroom. It was yes.
No.
We got to the third bedroom.
No.
Baby crib. Like no, not just a crib. The whole thing was like the walls are painted blue. We had a crib in there.
All they missing is a container of cum.
John,
You buy the
what the
house, you get some
John,
seaweed.
what the hell, man?
No, you just put the eggs. And you buy the house, you get a baby.
That would be wild.
Oh my god, if the cum came with the house?
It came with nuts.
And you get to choose, like, do you want a black baby? Do you want...
Oh my god.
White
Like, they had
baby.
different types of cum?
Yeah, 16 options. See?
Like this
I
one,
pull some strings,
like
but I got
the
all
father was
baby
like
options under your
140 IQ in this piece of cum. In this piece of cum.
Table downstairs in one of the basements. Like,
You don't need me on that show. I'll put a speaker with baby sounds and have it. You spread out across the crib. Do that.
what?
No, like laid out in order.
What the fuck?
Laid out with pictures.
Fuck, John.
I have to. You the baby music. Baby to get chosen.
Imagine if they adopted a baby for them.
That would be wild.
What do you do? That would be bad. What if they had just 6 babies waiting? With the foster care,
All the things we're doing right now is the same thing with name tags. You gotta get baby. What if they push it?
Maybe with name tags already, like.
No, that'd be wild. What if your grandfather had
Named
died?
after their family passed away.
Oh,
That'd be
wild.
crazy.
What if the grandfather
It
passed
would work,
away
though.
and he got cremated? And they just came in like, yeah, we got your grandfather's ash, which is already accommodation. So you can literally live with him here.
You feel this right here? Feel this granite? Yeah, we got it custom made with your granite patches, so you're always with him.
You're always worth it.
You're always with him.
It's wild. And they still treat that, so treat Like literally.
I think it's because like at the end of the day, how old are these couples?
They all range.
So you could save up to get a crib, but most average people are not spending $30,000 on a wedding, right? Like that's a luxurious wedding. But the average person eventually is going to put down a down payment on a home. So I think in their heads they think like we can get to the house, but let's have this moment with the wedding. You can finance a house. I think you can finance weddings the same way.
Yeah, the same way, but
I don't know if they got limits. I don't do it that.
If I had 30 grand to put down on something,
yeah, I agree 100%. It's a fascinating show I did. Netflix went on a fucking tear. They dropped.
Did they give King Vader out on the show?
King Vader? They gave him a show?
I think King Vader himself.
Yeah, he was there with us at LA. I just didn't know. The whole time we were on the room, but I ain't making anything.
Oh, you know what's on LA? You can do things like this.
Oh, that's Lennar, isn't it?
No, that's King Vader.
I know that he did it 20 seconds.
Well, Lennar big too.
Yeah,
hey, that whole like we call him Skit community. Funny, because you know Skitch was massive on YouTube 2011, but then they kind of died down. So I'm happy that there's like a new wave of people doing Caleb City and them. Who's that? I'm blanking, but there's like maybe 5 or 10 people I follow that do that shit. They be doing like 2 to 3 minute videos that are hilarious. What do like? They were white. They play like exaggerated characters. I'm trying to think of a video.
Light skinned boy and white one.
I don't know what I like.
Universe or
anyway, there's plenty.
Rhino and the other dude, Verse or something.
No, dude.
I wanna try doing skits. Huh? Skits? Wow.
Oh, Love, Live, Serve.
Oh yeah. I saw Dashy and Quick Fishing type of skits. Him and Teep and Dell.
Oh, Teep and Dell.
Yeah, Dashy and Teep and Dell used to do collabs in like 2010, 2011 all the time. And Dashy came out with his gaming channel and just got real inconsistent with his skits. King Bash too, but he did like more short skits. He was more IG and Vine. I'm thinking YouTube.
Oh, remember the OG? Remember what's his name?
Why you say that, Lo?
I'm not gonna lie.
He make his jokes are like very childish jokes, and they're just like very based on skin tone, like stereotype.
Yeah, they were
it's
pretty
very
like
easy and
simplistic.
Cheap. Yeah, very easy and cheap.
To be fair, though, not to be fair, but in his defense, Vine only gave 7 seconds. So, like, it was at a certain point, he exhausted a lot of content that he was creating. He still doing that on IG. How long did IG take a minute, right?
He's an actor now. I think he's still doing it, though. I think he's more an actor now. But remember Emmanuel Hudson?
Yeah, yeah.
What's the other dude that got the view with Emmanuel Hudson? They got Paul. That's his brother, I think. What's the other dude? He should do
Spoken Reason?
Spoken Reason. Remember they put him to Wild and Out and just blamed him?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They had a drama like a year ago.
Yeah, they brought him a Wild and Out.
Oh, on Wild and Out?
Oh, yeah. Emmanuel brought him and they just did him dirty. Did his stuff.
Oh, really? You said what they knew about it. Y'all know I went to school with him. That's what the reason today was. Give her a pop.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Come on, man. Yeah. We'll be asking all those questions. We'll be asking all those questions. Come on.
Like at the height of World Star. How often were y'all on World Star?
I wasn't actually.
I'll see it on Instagram, but I wasn't on the website. I would go to the World Star exclusive.
What is that? Right there. Oh. Only time I went out there.
Why did you look at me for confirmation for what that was? Like, nigga.
I
knew you knew.
I didn't even realize they had that. I just went on there for the tour compilations and the Vine compilations.
I saw the tour compilation and it led me to the they call it the World Star Eye Candy.
That was actually better. I actually, after like 2-3 videos of that, I was like, it was like teasing. It was teasing and then just like slow motion, like modeling. I'm like, okay.
It was a couple specials.
I don't think so.
It was just teasing. But as a kid, it was like, oh my god. And they'll ask you, are you 18 and you're alive?
Yeah, of course. Of course, I'm watching this fight comp on World Star and I'm 18 plus. Those fight comps were dangerous.
I was watching
They rock.
I was watching wet get pressed against the glass. Showering.
And they used just that's what they. It was cool. It was like stuff. Honestly, a lot of stuff was stuff that you see on Instagram.
Yeah, but back then I didn't do it on Instagram.
Back then. I'm about to say, it was called Dear Comedy. That's what Gambino, and you know what's 14 years ago. So
Or older.
it also was John. Exactly.
Childish Gambino?
Oh, Charlie get hung up with that.
You know him as the artist, not someone who YouTube kids.
I knew he acts too sometimes. Yeah, I know Donald Glover, I know Charlie Gambino. As an artist.
The same person.
Yeah, I know both of them.
Okay. What do you know Donald Glover?
He was in that.
Anything else?
That movie with Rihanna.
I hate that. It's an obvious answer. You think everything is an obvious answer.
Oh, this is America.
Oh, that's artist.
He's in the show, bro.
What was he with Donald Glover? Outside of Atlanta, what else?
Before that.
He was in the Star Wars movie.
Okay, yeah, man. Anybody, is there anything else he was in that you know about? John doesn't. He doesn't give me the vibe you would watch yourself a show. What? I think he was love one. What's crazy is I try to tell people all the time that y'all would love those type of shows, but y'all don't because y'all think it's like black. Because when I used to grow watching The Office in school, they'd be like, "Hey, why you watching that?" I'm like, "Hey, what?" Office.
He was in the Office.
Listen to this show like.
It's very much like.
What's the name of it? If you say the name, I'll probably further give it a chance.
We don't have to play the game. I know you. Did you get the Office a chance?
I'm saying it just didn't make me laugh. It was just real quiet.
It
was just real quiet. It'd be like real jokes. Like
you had to force yourself through the season, John. Low key. I did it. I watched one episode and I didn't watch it for 5 years. And everyone was watching it. All right, hold on, let me hop on now.
I tried. It didn't do.
How deep you get? You gotta give it a season.
I talk about the whole season. Yeah, good. Like 4 episodes you can do.
Okay. So what's the show that
Community, bro.
Glover was in? Donald Glover.
Community.
Community?
About like a goddamn like a just a group of people at a community post.
You be ready?
It was a good show, bro. Anyway, it was a fantastic show. It's how he like gained. He was popping for a lot of stuff, but like a stand-up, yeah, music, yeah,
comedian,
but he blew
Donald
up.
Glover is borderline
Everything.
He's borderline a perfect man.
Take a look at John.
Let's take a look. He can sing, he can rap, he can write, both as an artist and as a comedian.
He tells jokes fantastically. Very smart jokes.
Very smart.
He's so close. I wouldn't say he is like. But he's close though, bro.
Why is he not there? Be honest now.
He's not like he doesn't have Sergi Baca or just like
Here you go to Instagram. Is Danny Glover? I'm trying to get big one.
But nah, he's a great person.
You keep calling me Danny, and I've already said Donald numerous times.
He's not perfect, man.
His Instagram?
He's aged the reason.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I think I figured out the key. Because I thought it was like some secret sauce. Yo, rich people just get facials every week.
That's what I'm telling you. They have
just
the
get
money.
facials every
They have the
week, bro.
money to maintain their. Their health at a high rate.
And they get full body exfoliation too.
Yeah, the regular guy
full
can't
body
do that.
exfoliation as well.
Every week, bro, I'm sure they do it.
I
There's
like
no
the full
other
body
way your
massage.
skin is so like, yeah, bro. There's no other way they won't get bare wrinkles or whatever.
Especially a way that someone like Donald Glover would like stress out and be very busy because
Oh wow,
Donald Glover pulled
his skin is flawless.
Donald Glover just pulled like a 10 to 15 year stretch that was hella impressive.
Yes.
Like hella impressive.
Dropped like low key stand-up specials, then got into acting, blew up.
Remember Redbone?
Yeah.
That song was huge. Make America.
But see, he doesn't know the other Donald Glover song.
Even before that, Camp is like a top 15 album to me.
And it grew and it grew on me, but when it grew on me, I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And also Royalty, that mixtape. Oh,
He's a very talented guy, and the list of like very talented people. Donald Glover's up there.
That's the one with Rihanna, Lava Island.
Yeah. Show with Rihanna?
Yeah, I told you.
I'm trying to see that.
I'm trying to be a bad man. I'm trying to be a bad man. Take it to my ends. Bear man, beat the meat.
Rihanna's Barbados, right?
But she definitely dating Rocky right now. So if she likes Rocky,
What?
yeah, she's back with Rocky.
Oh, I didn't even know they were originally together.
Yeah, they was together
like,
before.
you know, I can see that though.
So she like him, she'll like me.
Girls love ASAP Rocky. All the time, like ASAP Rocky be playing on Spotify, and then a female in the vicinity says something like, "Oh my God, ASAP Rocky." Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Like
I'm gonna be that.
He's top 0.0001% in terms of like getting that response.
But it's just the way he carries himself when he dressed. He's really big.
Dressing is a big thing.
Fashion makes you look a whole lot better. Some girls like fashion. It just makes you look a whole lot better. The way he carries himself.
What is it about his fashion though? Because bare people spend guap on their clothes, but they don't look.
I mean, I feel like he don't pay that much for his fashion because he's a fashion icon.
But he pays a lot of attention though. Too.
Yeah, so he'll get stuff in exclusive pieces. He'll put stuff together because he's ASAP Rocky. Everybody wants their clothes on him because that's what he builds.
True.
His fashion sense is stronger than his music.
That's kind of interesting. So if you're like a fashion brand and you know, like if he wears your shit, like
they have him in all the runways. Like Nico was in that Burberry.
Yeah.
They say a homosexual.
Nico went to London to be in a Burberry shoe.
I did not know that. Who put him in that?
He had a suit on. And people were commenting. His post guy took it down on Instagram. Why? What was he like a homosexual lobster?
I can only imagine what fit that nigga had on.
You gotta go look at it.
Oh, he said he's coming back to Atlanta. He wants to hop on the pod. And low-key, he was telling me a couple stories over FaceTime. His life is fucking a movie. It is a movie. You can come here and say some crazy shit.
Nico is legendary.
That's gonna be a great thing. Yeah. I just have to ask him. He's like, yo, I'm coming back on the pod, right? Yeah, sure. You want to?
Yeah, it's like Rocky. He didn't build himself up. And then like, he's a smooth guy.
Is he top fashion?
Let's look at his face.
Is he top? Like, who's above him in terms of like?
There's a lot of people above him. You got like Alton. You know the dark skinned dude that does fashion. He looks like I'm not in the world of fashion. So yeah, I like fashion a lot. But I'm more into streetwear fashion. I'm not really into luxurious or luxury.
Hey, nigga, what the fuck they had you in, boy?
You see the lobster tail on the back?
Lobster tail?
You didn't see the thing swinging in the back?
Oh man,
look at it. You see it swinging?
That's what that is?
Let me see that. Oh, man. They had him in a corset.
Where they got in the desert? They did a run runway in the desert?
That's just a photo shoot.
Lost lobster. I've lost this one.
The lobster in the desert. This is a rapper.
They give him the rings, the nose rings, and the thing too.
Get another ring?
He had a nose ring and he had 2 nose rings. He had a nose
So
ring.
you watched the whole thing.
And he had a lip ring. No, I seen it because I saw it in his story. I watched his story. I was like, wow.
Oh, shit, I didn't keep that.
Sneeko looks like one of those.
Yeah. And he's mixed.
What did he mix with?
Haitian and something. I don't know what else.
He's Haitian. Yeah. Rocky cool. I definitely want people I want.
What's your top 3 list of people you want to meet?
Change for it. It's like Kanye sort of man. Hey, it's a lot.
Kanye would be great.
It's a lot of people I want to meet though, but it's for different reasons. Like, fashion wise, streetwear, it's like certain people I would meet. But I'll have to come back with you and write a list down.
I would say a lot.
Kanye for sure. I definitely want to be Kanye.
Ron.
Huh?
Yes.
Do I want to meet a basketball, like someone in the basketball world?
Yes, you would.
Like there's so many people in the world. Like just to pick three, but it's like it's a wild. Like you can break it down in categories like athletes, musicians, actors, business. Three people. It's a lot. It's hard.
If I had to meet an athlete, it would probably be an older athlete. It wouldn't be a
Yeah, because they have to bestow some wisdom upon you before you leave. Will Smith, maybe? Will Smith would be crazy.
Well, okay, Kanye, Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith would be crazy.
I was about to say Dr. J.
Denzel Washington.
What you said?
He said Denzel Washington.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying no.
Oh, I thought I said the name wrong or something. Y'all
I didn't hear you.
I would say no to Denzel. I say either Dr. J or Bill Russell. If I
Morgan
pick that.
Freeman.
Oh, man, yeah.
I bet he's real wise.
No, Will Smith is actually. Will Smith.
You could probably
Will
bump into
Smith is perfect, man.
Will Smith.
Once he get back in shape, he done lost a lot of weight.
No, he'll get back in shape. Once you build muscle once in your life, it gets a lot easier.
Remember he did that little.
The Rock is a perfect man, right?
The Rock is not a perfect man.
He's too big.
You think so?
He's too big.
Too big.
Will Smith might be the perfect man, low key.
Funny.
Yep.
Music.
Hilarious, talented, great career. 6'2"?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about it. Will Smith is in the top of the power rankings right now with Serge Ibaka.
Serge Ibaka. You're thinking iconic people, Serge is up there. These niggas, god damn it, Serge. You lucky your dick is that big.
Is Jason Derulo the perfect man? How tall is Jason Derulo? Let's check. Jason Derulo. Jason.
And like he's cool. Don't get me wrong.
I don't know Jason Derulo.
I don't think the perfect man.
Actually, I don't think I've ever heard Jason.
He's 6 foot.
I don't think I've ever heard Jason Derulo talk.
If it was no TikTok, it wouldn't be no Jason right now.
It don't matter. What? That's like saying if there was no IG, there'd be no Will Smith.
If there was no WWF,
it would still be Will Smith.
True, actually, he was.
I know. I don't know what I said.
Without TikTok,
I didn't believe it when I said it. I'm not gonna lie. No, but look at him though.
Name 5 Jason Derulo songs.
I'm not saying just because you look good, I don't mean you are.
Name 5 Jason Derulo songs.
Yeah, name me 5 Jason
Derulo right now.
Then he said, "Ooh, what you say?"
Okay.
Is that him?
Ooh, when it come out. Oh, 3.
2008.
Came out 99.
I know like 3 probably because we'll be playing them on repeat.
They don't even play on the radio, so they play on Disney Channel.
We're gonna pause.
They play on.
Acknowledge nigga just said, well, he plays Jason Derulo on repeat. My nigga.
Oh no, like the old shit though, like you know
they play Jason Derulo on Disney Channel, on Disney Radio.
Nigga, who listens
what
to
does
Disney
what
Radio?
does that mean though? He just makes pop songs, so
I completely forgot about.
He's a pop artist.
Radio Disney.
Yeah, Radio Disney. That's what they play. They been played on 103, not 107.9. No.
Hey, alright, so check it out.
I actually legit don't know what five songs.
I'm not talking about his career right now. He's goated in his career regardless.
Because of TikTok
You know
now.
That's fairly true.
Yeah, not fairly.
No, that is true.
Like,
Does he do songwriting?
Hmm?
Is he songwriting? Or
I don't know his life, dog. I'm just saying, in terms of the perfect man,
I guess so.
I don't know, bro. Why
don't you know?
Nigga gatekeeping.
He's
like, yeah, I don't know.
It's nothing against Jason Derulo. He's a cool guy. He's fun. You know what I'm saying? Uplifting, positive. But the perfect man, everybody got to know. If you ask 100 people, 100 friends, you know.
Serge is on the list, and most people know Jason Derulo. Serge is the perfect man, too. But more people know Jason Derulo.
Jason. of Jason Derulo than you know of Serge Ibaka.
Why didn't say Serge was a perfect man? Y'all say
He's 6'10".
No, Serge is
He's
perfect, man.
French and from the Congo.
Yeah, Serge is perfect.
He got
wait,
NBA
hold on.
money.
More people may know Serge. He's international. He's from the Congo. And he's French.
And y'all keep forgetting me a dick, bro. And he has a good size penis, bro.
I bet he flush his shit. He get flushed.
I'm associated. Serge might get flushed, yo. Serge
Y'all out of pocket right now.
Serge might get flushed.
You just on the toilet seat, you get hard, your dick get flushed. You see him rushing around.
Jason, I'll put him up there. Will Smith, yes. Well, why? You just know it was Jason Derulo.
You might want to throw Young Jock up there. Who? You put Jason Derulo, might throw Young Jock. Bow Wow. Bow Wow, too. You talking about legends, right?
No.
Soldier Boy, where is he at? You talking about the accomplishment, everybody? You throwing names
Not
up
the
there.
same thing, bro.
The Rock has to be up here.
No, I don't think so. You know why? I check it out.
What?
It's artificial, but like because he has a bald head, right? That literally takes away points. Keep in mind, we're using the generic artificial standard. That's what we're asking about.
We had hair,
It really
it
don't matter that Jimmy Fox is like 5'8", but that's a metric that a lot of people use.
But when he had hair, it didn't work.
But it works for him, though. It works for.
I'm glad he's the best looking bald guy.
Michael Jordan.
Is there a better looking bald guy? You think Michael Jordan's better looking than Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Maybe not right now, but
There's a lot of bald guys.
right now, yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson is the best looking bald man, bro. Not even
So that's what I'm
close.
saying. It works for him. There's some bald. Like Jalen Rose can't go bald.
Okay, but I'm saying this is not my
Shaq
This is not my scale though. That's
Shaq's not a perfect man?
Like Kobe rocks his bald head for sure.
That is
Kobe.
name.
But I'm saying the purpose of me saying I don't give a fuck about height and hair personally, but I think hair
Omarion?
rating.
Omarion?
One song stuff.
He's right there.
Icebox and that's it.
That's not his
Oh, no,
That's his hit
that's
song.
not Omarion.
That's his hit song.
That's Mario.
No. Omarion said, "I got that icebox
Wait, who's the
where
B2K?
my heart used to be."
Omarion.
Oh, that's him too? I thought that was Mario.
Mario said is I got says he just a friend. Is he saying he just a friend? Oh
Wait.
baby you.
I don't think
You got
Omarion.
what I need.
Woo!
Icebox.
Say he just a friend.
Hey!
Is he saying he just a friend? Oh baby you. Oh baby.
Oh, it is Omarion.
You are lyrics to
You're
that song.
That's right. I'm playing that shit on the way back.
Let me see Omarion's top hits.
I'm about to tell my baby right now, slam that shit on the fucking radio.
Omarion.
No, nigga, Omarion.
Who's the perfect woman? Since we always talk about the perfect man.
You trying to just cancel?
No, why is that canceled? That's literally.
Oh, he got
That's
supposed
great.
to be. Bum bum bum.
No, he definitely has more than one. He just talking. I got
that ice. That shit was catchy, dog. I watched the interview from him last year saying he didn't come back.
Oh, Mario wrote.
Hey, that nigga waiting for Omarion to come back. That nigga's waiting on the wrong nigga, bro. He waiting on the wrong nigga.
So Mario said, "You should let me love you, and maybe don't want to give you everything you want and need. Baby, to love and protection, make me your selection, show you the way love supposed to be. Baby, you should know better, you know better, you know better, baby. Hey, baby, good looking
Okay, guys, not karaoke. Calm down, alright? Oh, none of us have the ability to sing well.
You know the lyrics.
Yeah, I was humming that motherfucker.
You mad you don't know the lyrics.
I don't know lyrics to nothing.
Perfect.
I don't even know lyrics to my favorite song.
If the Raptors had a song, you'll know it.
I don't know lyrics to anything. I have a bad memory.
Perfect woman.
Perfect woman. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, right?
I guess
Erykah Badu.
Okay, let's first of all describe how you become the perfect woman, though.
She can sell a pussy print.
She did that.
And it's sold out. She sold her pussy smell.
Erica
Badu, and it's sold out.
People put it on. Some sick people out there.
Put your pussy on me. Don't be money.
You spray
What little baby say? Come and put that pussy on me. Little baby put that Badu on.
Yeah.
Ooh, you smell so good with that. That's that Badu.
If you spray Erica Badu as a fragrance in your fucking house, nigga, you're sick, nigga.
How do you even extract that though?
I don't know. I guess you get scientists to smell, get your pH levels, smell you.
Alright, hey, okay, let's get back on
You
topic.
got what they call
topic.
That's a wild
You got lip sniffers.
You got your legs open to scientists so they can get your fragrance. you ventured into the wrong part of life. Alright, so I think you need to be like exceptionally gorgeous. You need to be fit. I'd argue like even fairly successful. And actually just straight successful. And however you describe that, you almost have to have a fat ass. I'm gonna lie.
A natural body? Are we doing natural body?
Natural. It had to be natural.
Okay, so only natural.
Okay. And what else? What are the other measures?
There's other girls too. We
can't really gauge personality because we don't know none of these
Are we just being? Are we being contemptory to the exception of other nationalities? Are we doing white women, Asian women?
It could be whoever you want, bro.
You only said black.
But I don't know black people. Yeah, I don't know that many white.
You only said black people.
Yeah, I don't know that many.
So we could do
like Brad Pitt. I don't know. Jason, no. What's his name?
I just don't know enough about other.
Who's it? Channing Tatum.
Not anymore.
I don't know enough about him.
He lost it a little.
Okay, anyway, we're talking about women.
Let's say Ryan Reynolds. They said
is it Rihanna?
He's on the cover or something.
Rihanna's not the perfect woman.
No, she is the perfect woman. But like, who's perfecter than her?
How is that possible?
I don't know too many. I know white girls are bad. I don't know their names. They are famous.
I don't really know that many.
But some of them they say they're perfect women, but they're tight. Like we know us, we like thighs and titties and big butts. But some people just like the skinny, real like supermodels.
Yeah.
They like the real skinny.
Why did you look at me like checking that out? Check what John just said. Skinny. What's that?
That's not a common thing. I don't see that no more.
I don't know. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do with that though. What I'm gonna do with it?
Yeah.
My bad.
I don't see that no more.
What I'm gonna do with all that
That
bass?
shit don't run across my radar as much as it used to.
Like I feel like I'm sucking on a man's chest.
No.
like if she don't have any. like if she don't have any titties, like you just sucking nipples. It's a man's chest. If she don't got no ass, you got a long back. Like I can't have. What I'm gonna do with that?
All right.
I've actually never dated someone with a flat chest.
I never I just can't. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought so. So I used to believe like having nice sized titties was really important. But then when I started talking to a girl who had those, I just got bored of that though. Like after 4 months.
Big ones or little ones?
No, big ones. But I haven't gotten bored of a fat ass. So I just came to the conclusion that's obviously more important. But having nice titties is also like that's a great plus. You should be able to suck him, at least. Yeah. It's true. So I think Rihanna's perfect. She's a 10 for sure.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna Google her.
I'm trying to see like who would be like above Rihanna though. I can't think of nobody.
I genuinely don't know that many. I don't know that many famous people, but I don't know that many like. Especially outside of black people.
I'm about to go to top 10 women in the world. See what pops up. Top 10 women.
They're not gonna tell you that though.
They can't tell you like.
If you did top 10,
I'm about to just see what options they have.
On that list if you do top 10, man.
Yeah, because they don't really be doing objective lists, really.
Oh, so they got the most powerful women in the world?
No.
See, Oprah's gonna be on that list, and we don't know.
Okay, so we're going for beauty.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
That's part of it. That's part of it.
No, that's the only thing. What else could we be basing this off? We don't know these people, so we can't base it off their personality.
We don't know. Like she's also talented. She's also successful.
Okay, billionaire. But I'm talking about like their personality traits. We don't know if they're kind.
No, but I'm saying there's other things that.
Okay. So okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. So it's not just beauty.
Yeah. According to science, it's a science.
Okay, all the science is saying.
According to silence, I mean not silence. Science. Bella Hadid.
Bella Hadid.
Yeah, is the most beautiful.
I think she's Wonder Woman, if I'm not mistaken, right?
She's number one in the world. Second is Beyonce.
Wonder Woman. It's just
no, that's not.
I know it's science is telling me that Wonder Woman.
No, but that's not her. That's not her.
I think it's shade.
I think she dated Justin Bieber. I think she married to Justin Bieber.
She's married to?
No. She married to who? She married to?
How do you spell her name?
Bella Hadid.
She's an actor. Let's see what movie she acted in.
And then you got next to Beyonce.
Okay, facts.
Amber Heard, Ariana Grande.
That's not Aquaman, is it? Aquaman.
Amber Heard, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, Kate Moss.
That same person that accused Johnny Depp of a lot of stuff he didn't do.
Scarlett Johansson.
It sound like it actually.
Natalie Portman.
She's definitely not. Natalie Portman, okay.
Kate Moss is bad. Oh my gosh, that's a nice one. Scarlett Johansson bad too. That's Black Widow, I think. Right?
Scarlett Johansson's bad.
Oh,
she's
she's
10
bad.
for sure.
She's bad to the
She's
bone.
a 10.
I'll be a criminal for her. I'll be a criminal.
All right, John. Dominated, John. I know you like to get dominated.
No, not like beat me, but like, you know what I'm saying? Beat me.
You don't know.
Look at her right here. You look good.
Oh, she's tremendous.
Nice.
She's tremendous.
You seen the
And she has a movie coming out. Isn't she? She's the Black Widow, right?
Yeah, she's Black Widow. Beyonce is on there.
I gotta just tell me where they play it, because I don't know.
Marilyn Monroe. These are all people back in history. Let me look up Bella Hadid.
I'd be furious if I watched this podcast and John described me as a person back in history.
No. Some of these girls are like, oh, Marilyn Monroe. Beyonce is on there.
I gotta just tell me where they play it, because I don't know.
Marilyn Monroe. These are all people back in history. Let me look up Bella Hadid.
I'd be furious if I watched this podcast and John described me as a person back in history.
No. Some of these girls are like, oh, like the pictures are in black and white.
Yeah, back in history.
Like, they don't even exist no more. They're historic. Historic. The concept of them is historic.
I don't know. Bella, she's bad. She just looks hungry.
Also, no one would ever
Looks hungry. Want to give her a drumstick or something? She's hungry.
Historic. The concept of them is historic.
I don't know. Bella, she's bad. She just looks hungry.
Also, no one would ever
Looks hungry. Bella, she's bad. She just looks hungry.
Also, no one would ever
Looks hungry. Want to give her a drumstick or something? She just looks.
Hey, she looks hungry, man.
I don't.
I want to give her a drumstick.
She's like a starving African kid.
That's so fucked.
I don't. Like,
I know what he's saying.
She's cute, but I mean that's not my type. She's not my type.
Oh, that's all you had to say, dog.
Like she just that. Like, but you know, models do be starving themselves.
Who's
to get
that?
that look.
Bella. Now, don't you like she need to get fed?
She's
That's
not.
like a southern girl with a little meat on her.
She's not a 10 to me. Yeah, Rihanna's
Why?
a 10.
Why?
But
She needs to get
in
fed.
the,
See that again.
but in the fashion supermarket.
Low-key, she did it like Sneaker with a submarine.
Sneaker got a little more meat in her though.
Alright, yeah, chill out.
She got a
lot more meat.
She got a little lobster meat on him. Wait. Put him in a broil for some Cajun seasoning. Get some. What's it called? Juicy Sneako?
Sneako.
Hey, nah, I think Rihanna's the perfect woman. Okay?
Yeah,
Rihanna.
She has it all, low key.
I like Rihanna, but she's not the perfect. Like I would smash Rihanna, but she's not perfect.
like I would. I told you.
No, you would, John.
But it's so many other girls that are so beautiful. Like I think, what about what's her name? Karuchi's not bad.
Okay.
Laura Harvey.
She don't do nothing. You're talking about women who don't. We're not. Let's be clear.
We're talking about looks.
No, nigga, we're talking about perfect woman.
You told me to type most 10 beautiful
To
women.
be fair, when we were rating men, we also took into account Serge Ibaka was from Africa,
Laura Harvey?
but knew French type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Laura Harvey
doesn't do anything, nigga.
She finesses. It's a hard talent to do. She finesses the best.
No,
Finessing is not a hard talent.
She made Future feature her again in the song.
she doesn't do anything, bro.
He said tell Steve Harvey I don't. She's still getting mentioned.
Oh, well, okay, we got to do now. What about Kim?
Kim who?
Kardashian.
But her body. But if we going to we doing the old Kim?
No. You're right. You said.
Yeah, we said real. I guess there's no real way to know if a celebrity is fully real.
We don't know, but we know.
But you can
we know.
You can
but
tell
she's
who's
bad right now though. She's beautiful. She's a top contender.
Who? Kim?
Kim.
Right now?
She's bad. She's beautiful.
Oh,
She can't right now.
But it's like if you're going off of natural and all that other stuff. But if she was natural the way she look right now, She'll be top.
You know what's messed up is that like when we're talking about like the perfect man, like I could sit here and like objectively have a conversation about like Jamie Foxx is a little too short, so he might not be a 10. Will Smith, like he has it all, but Jason Derulo, like he has like what I'm saying. You could be honest, but like as I'm having this fucking conversation, I can't help but think like we're crossing lines that didn't exist for men. We could say whatever we wanted about the perfect man, but the perfect woman, it feels like you're crossing a line by like laying down judgment.
But the only reason why I brought up Kim wasn't really because of judgment of looks, it's just because of like the empire that whole family.
Yeah, but I don't know how much of that is credited to her though. I'm not gonna lie, her parents.
You gotta think about it.
Like
she didn't come up. She didn't come up off her talent. She came up with sex tape.
So that was the other thing because when I said talent, I'm like, how much are we?
Also, she's not as bad as Rihanna, so she's not even in the same category.
But every man knows.
Kim, are you crazy?
Kim is bad. She got her body done right.
Now
she is bad.
Not before.
Your favorite influencer has kids with her. He sees something in her. So if you like Kanye, you should like his
No. You heard that snippet that Drake fucked him?
What?
Drake put that in the song. He said, "I fucked your wife." Drake does it.
Fuck him.
It's a snippet where it's like it sounds like the whole portion of the snippet him talking about
Drizzy?
Kanye.
Drizzy?
And then at the end of it, he says, "Oh yeah, fuck." And he didn't say he didn't say I had sex with him for that. He didn't say that. The whole song he talking about Kanye.
When is a new song coming out?
Yes, new song.
Why is that a big deal?
What?
Why is that a big
Bro, I
deal?
wonder. Drake is so mysterious.
What?
Why is it a big deal if Drake did that?
Drake is so mysterious.
Why is that a big deal? What if Drake had sex with somebody you in love with?
Drake is so mysterious.
Oh, well, she was married?
Okay, I see what you're saying now. I don't know, but I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. Drake is so mysterious.
We get it,
come on.
No, I'll be waiting.
Hold on, let him finish this sentence, please. I want to know now.
He's so mysterious and like the vast amount of women that he probably hit that we don't even know about. I didn't even know he talked to SZA back in 2008 till he dropped that song. He been just name dropping now. He talked to SZA back in 2008.
He said SZA like a Pokemon.
No, SZA the artist. He was talking to a girl in the song. He like, yeah. She was like, you play SZA. He's like, well, I fucked with SZA back in 2008, but I can still let the record play if you want.
Drake does that, and it's like, nigga, we didn't ask you. Just play the fucking SZA, bro.
Drake,
tell me who you fucking owe.
He probably hit Rihanna too, cause he messed with Rihanna for a little bit. Right. Back in that Hotline Bling era.
Yeah,
right, that's true.
Yeah, Rihanna.
Low key, I know like it doesn't feel like a good match, but that would have been like a. I personally don't even talk about celebrity relationships, but I would have maybe cared if Drake and Rihanna got together. Low key.
Next, Jay-Z and Beyonce. If they would have had a baby together, that baby would have been set a lot of lives. That baby.
Before we get, so we didn't have this conversation on the podcast before, because you just said what does it matter if Drake smashed Kim now that they've broken up?
Yeah.
Or okay, what are the guidelines in this room, just so we can be clear, because we all close. Let me just make sure the guidelines are. You're not having sex with nobody that I was in a serious relationship.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, so why does that?
But I'm assuming that this happened before they got in that relationship.
No.
This is recent?
It sounds like it's something recent.
Were they beefing for a little bit or no? Kanye and beefing?
Kanye and Drake have been beefing for years.
Okay, yeah. Then it's probably the grudge, man. They probably when they
no, if you fuck someone off a grudge, you're crazy.
Drake can do that though.
You're a wild nigga.
He put her in Air Drake.
Oh, his airline?
His house?
Drake has an air.
His flying house?
You just said it casually, like, nigga, whoa, what?
He has an Air Drake. That thing is like a flying house.
Yeah, that is crazy. You know what's great? There's an actual private jet that's built like an apartment.
Man, if I put a girl on the Air John,
she's
1,000 miles in the air. Repeatedly.
No, 1,000 miles in the air? What do you mean?
The Mile High Club.
Okay.
Wait, how far are we in there?
Right,
oh.
1,000 of you being a different planet.
That's fucking in the stratosphere.
Let's get clear.
Broke the crust.
You are how long does somebody, John? How long does somebody have to be broken up with somebody before you may interact with them?
They can't be like my nigga, like niggas. Like if you're not my niggas, then they don't correlate. Like if you consider
so it's never. You can never. If me and you close, we real close friends. I can never in my life talk to somebody you talk to. In a serious relationship, not some random jump off. In a serious relationship.